I'm Zoe Delahunty-Light, and my eyes were filled with hearts recently, because I got behind-the-scenes access to the latest Horizon Forbidden West story trailer and got to virtually sit down with Ben McCaw and Annie Kitain, the narrative director and senior writer on Forbidden West. And yes, being a Horizon Zero Dawn devotee, I grilled them about what I had just seen. During our chat, I found out precisely 16 brand new shiny things about Horizon Forbidden West, from this mysterious Old One looking woman in the trailer to, hang on a second, is that really Gaia? Holy shit. Right, let's skip the preamble and get into it. There are going to be spoilers in here for Zero Dawn, in case that wasn't bleedingly obvious already. And if you want to know more about the Zero Dawn lore, check out the videos I've made on the complete Horizon Zero Dawn lore, linked in the pinned comment below. The first big revelation is that Gaia is back. Whether this is a backup version of her stored in another facility or someone, potentially Aloy or Silence, has repaired and restored her, I have no idea. Kitain remained tight-lipped about Gaia's role, merely confirming that Gaia is returning and she's going to be helping Aloy find a way to stop the Blight and save the world. I pressed the writers a bit, and McCaw confirmed that she's a guide of sorts for Aloy, sort of bridging the gap between Elizabeth Sobek and Aloy and connecting the pair through her presence. It's worth noting that she isn't wearing a gown that consists of the fish, butterflies, or other indications that her sub-functions are under her control, as this was how she was depicted before the signal made Hades go rogue. What that means for her control of the Old One's technology is uncertain, as without her sub-functions, she doesn't have nearly the power that was hers before the Hades incident. This is Tilda. Played by Carrie-Anne Moss of Matrix and Jessica Jones fame, she looks suspiciously like an Old One, and potentially someone involved in the Odyssey space colony project who has somehow survived being, quote-unquote, lost as, look at her. That outfit is remarkably futuristic with what could be a shield, or hell, maybe that distortion means she's a hologram or AI or projection. I've not even seen Elizabeth or Ted Pharaoh dressed like that, implying that she might be from even further in the future than them. This scene depicts her meeting Aloy at the top of some ruin, with a clothed dining table behind her, meaning, was she expecting Aloy? It's like she made her a meal as some kind of warm reception, hinting that she might have access to tech that can produce such illusions or settings. Keep your eye on her. By the by, I'll be talking about the Odyssey more later on, as there are some things to unpack there. Kitain reveals that Tilda is a mysterious and complicated woman with a special connection to the ancient past. She's someone who's wrapped up in riddles and secrets, with both Kitain and McCaw being really excited for players to meet her and learn what she's all about. Tilda isn't the only enigmatic personality we know of though, as Silence certainly fits the bill. McCaw is coy about whether the pair get along though, saying that when two people that are too enigmatic get together, he doesn't know if they actually get along. Aloy isn't taking on this huge burden to, save the world alone. By her side are Erend and Val from Zero Dawn, as well as 3 new companions. First up, there's Katalo, a Tenakth warrior and the voice in the trailer who speaks about the West where war is the rule. He belongs to the Sky Clan of the Tenakth tribe, the faction that controls the Snowy Mountain region. His own personal story is closely tied to Aloy's own journey in the Forbidden West. Then there's also someone who I feel a connection to already, who's called Zoe. Zoe, Part of the agricultural Ataru tribe, she's what's known as a grave singer, which is someone who sings and soothes people as they face death. How she came to occupy this role in the tribe is a bit of a tragic story that we'll be finding out more about. Finally, there's Alva, the one who was looking at some data in the trailer that spelt out oak for some reason? Researching extinct trees, perhaps? Anyway, she's a member of a mysterious new tribe that Aloy will encounter in the Forbidden West. McCaw and Kitain wouldn't tell me their names, so you know that's going to be a big reveal coming at some point. Alva is someone who's brilliant and curious, using her smarts to help her tribe interpret the ancient past, but is a little unsure of herself. These characters are Guerrilla's chance to show how much it's grown since Zero Dawn. After Killzone, Guerrilla were in a transformative time, says McCaw, where the developers were trying to figure out how to make an open world game and do a much better job of incorporating story into their games, with a lot of lessons being learned along the way. One of the most important things Guerrilla learned from Zero Dawn was that they need to have more depth when it comes to Aloy's companions. Kitain elaborated on this, emphasising that Alva, Zoe and Katalo were an opportunity for the developers to really explore the tribes and the different facets of their cultures as you learn about their conflicts and all the things they're dealing with in Forbidden West. Side quests have had a revamp along with the companions. Whereas I procrastinate with side quests and use them to level up so the main quest isn't quite as intimidating, other players might be inclined to skip the side quests, focusing on mainlining the central story. Guerrilla knew this. So, now, side quests are more in depth, where you get to meet new people, experiment with the machines more, and, if you like a character, with these improved side quests, there's a good chance that it's not the last you've seen of them. Quick one here, the empathetic, rational, and confrontational conversation options are returning for Aloy. Helis is dead, long live Regalla. The leader of the rebel faction of the Tenakth, Regalla is someone who is driven by this hatred for the Kaja tribe, and she's willing to burn the world down in order to get the vengeance she's after. We don't know what specifically kicked her off, but it must be something kinda serious. Kitain wouldn't tell me much more than that, but being part of the Tenakth rebel faction and having overridden machines, she and her new ally Silence have clearly been busy. In the Forbidden West, a new tribe is hiding, and it's the likes of which we've never seen before. Alva belongs to this tribe, and they're the strangers beyond the shore who are searching for answers, just like Aloy, and they're actually mentioned in a previous trailer. By the sounds of what Alva was doing in the story trailer, like examining that data, they're probably something to do with research or knowledge, so just wait for Silence to start getting involved with them. Back to the Odyssey space colony I mentioned earlier. This was a lost attempt by the Old Ones to start a colony in outer space to escape the Pharaoh Plague, transporting frozen zygotes far away from a doomed Earth. Aloy is investigating a space shuttle launch site in the story trailer, which has also been glimpsed in other trailers. I asked McCaw and Kitain about whether this means the Odyssey is a key part of the story of Forbidden West, and all McCaw would say is that there's so many things that they're excited to talk about with the trailer, but there's some things they really want fans to discover for themselves. So I'm taking that as a yes. Short one, but there could be a time jump on the way. Val is seen without a beard and then with a beard in 2 different moments in the trailer, so we could be playing Aloy across 2 different periods a month or 2 apart. Aloy is wearing that elusive shield weaver armour in the trailer, probably a placeholder so the trailer doesn't reveal any new armour, but nonetheless it's nifty to see that the literally life-saving armour could be making a return. As is obvious by Aloy's tone of voice in the trailer, she's matured since the events of Zero Dawn and is feeling the pressure to, as Kitain puts it, live up to Elizabeth's example. The Forbidden West has a semi-literal storm of threats from Regalla's rebels and Silence machinations, and the machines and the human enemies and so much more, and Aloy has to learn that she can't deal with things on her own. For once, Aloy is going to have to really rely on her companions to get through everything. Kitain goes on to say that they really wanted to stay true to who Aloy was in the first game, so she's still someone who's strong and compassionate and curious. During the Forbidden West, Aloy will grow as a character under the oppressive weight of pressure to live up to Elizabeth's example. I can't imagine what it must be like to be a clone of a genius and know that you literally have the same potential as them to do amazing life-changing things and just constantly be in their shadow. So, Aloy, I hope you make it through. Aloy has always had a very specific moral compass, and like with Zero Dawn, choices will be part of your time in Forbidden West. But McCaw explains to me that there's no choice for the sake of a choice, and secondly, the choices you do have fully stay true to Aloy's character. So, a lot of the choices are, as he puts it, fundamentally expressive, although there are a couple of key moments in the game where you can make some big choices. As a canonically bisexual individual myself, I felt a kind of kindred vibe with Aloy. I and other people did get a queer vibe from our flame-haired seeker. When I asked Kitain and McCaw about whether queer characters will be included in Forbidden West, all McCaw had to say was that Aloy meets a highly diverse cast of characters, including friends, companions, and people that she meets in the tribes of the world. Take that however you like, but personally, to me, that implies that we'll be meeting some queer characters in Forbidden West, and my bi-ass really cannot wait. Yeah, I was worried about this too. Could the story of Forbidden West ever really live up to the journey Horizon Zero Dawn took us on? I don't think we need to be concerned about that, though, judging by what McCaw said. A lot of the ideas for the sequel were actually developed during the first game, as it was never really intended to be a situation where Zero Dawn was a one-and-done kind of thing. Rest easy folks, both McCaw and Kitain were at pains during my interview to stress that whatever it is you think you know, or whatever it is that you sort of speculated about, you don't know. The pair promised that there's going to be some surprises that are going to really blow people away, and even the story trailer itself, though it appears to be full of revelations, only just scratches the surface. Zero Dawn had only one encounter with the Tenakth warrior, and so we didn't really know much about them, as there was little to go on in regards to what they're actually like as a culture. The Carja labelled them as cannibals, which McCaw divulged isn't exactly reliable. Not everything the Carja say can definitely be regarded as 100% true, according to him, and one of the really interesting things about Aloy's journey in the Forbidden West is separating misconceptions from reality. So, the Tenakth tribe is not always what you expect and have a lot of depth for us and Aloy to discover. Those of you that read the comics will be thrilled at this news because yes, Talanah is back. Her story continues in the Forbidden West. However, for those of you who haven't heard of Talanah, rest assured that her story is written in a way where, if you pick it up in Forbidden West, it's completely comprehensible regardless of whether you've read the comic book or not. There was also the enigmatic mention of some other returning characters that neither of the writers could really talk about, but they did tease that they'd be pretty exciting for fans. And that's 16 new things you need to know about Horizon Forbidden West. What are you most intrigued by out of these 16 things? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, thanks very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Eurogamer, as I'll be making plenty more Horizon Forbidden West videos, and hey, if you need a bit of a refresher or are a lore fiend like me, check out the lore videos I've made about Horizon Zero Dawn's lore on the Eurogamer channel. I'm now going to go and stare at the Shadow Carja orchestral armour Aloy wears because I love it so damn much, so I'll see you next time.